So could you tell me, and I know that you already went over this, but can you tell me kind of how this whole thing transpired? I guess I would start with Saturday. Were you working?
No, so Saturday, I didn't work Saturday, so Saturday was normal day he went to work.
He did go to work?
In the afternoon.
So what time does he start normally, or does it change?
It's always changing.
Okay. So
he was working night shift that Saturday night and getting off, I think, like 2 or 2:30 in the morning, Sunday.
And what time does that have him starting work-ish?
I think that day he went in, or he was going to go in around 3 p.m., I think it was.
And when he's, is his only security job for COCC in that area? He doesn't have any other areas that he provides security for? Okay. Do you know if he took a lunch that day or contacted you any time during his work day?
Saturday, I think I called them. Around 7 or 6.
Okay.
That be on your phone?
Yeah.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah, and then did I call him again? I think I did call him again. First, like around 10 maybe. Or was it? No, I think it was text messages. And then that was it.
Did he respond to your text?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was that text?
So it's still here. It was late. It was 11:30. We're talking about this slideshow that he had done, and he asked me to fix it, and I was just telling him that he had, done too much on the slideshow.
On the light show?
A slideshow.
Slideshow, okay.
It's like the PowerPoint.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Okay. Normal conversation as far as, okay. And then you, what time do you remember him coming home?
That was it. I don't remember what time he got home.
Did you just go to sleep like normal at your own house?
Yeah, I went to sleep. For the most part, I feel when he gets home, but that day I didn't.
Okay. What time did you wake up? Well, what time did you go to bed, and then what time did you wake up?
So I went to bed, I would say, a little bit after the text message, so I would say closer to midnight.
Okay. And did you wake up in the night at all?
No, I don't remember waking up at all.
Okay. Do you remember waking up in the morning? When you actually...
So I woke up around 7:30 to 8 on that Sunday morning.
And was he home?
Yeah, he was there when I woke up.
What was he doing? As far as was he getting in bed? Was he eating breakfast?
When I woke up, he was in bed with me.
Okay. He was already in bed. Was he awake?
Well, we were waking up at the same time. I don't know if he was awake or. But we were. It was the time to get ready to go to church.
Oh.
So. I don't remember if he was already awake or not, but we were still both in bed.
What time does he normally get off when he works graves? He starts at 3. What time is he normally home?
So what do you mean,
Like when he works a graveyard like he did on Saturday night, he starts at 3 p.m. What time? Does he work a 12-hour shift or?
It's always changing.
It's always changing.
It's always unpredictable. So
Okay.
I actually was on the point that I didn't even know when he was gonna be working or not.
Okay.
Usually had like his schedule on the refrigerator, and I would just go check it
Okay.
because it was just changing all the time.
Okay. But so he didn't have any standard hours for his graveyard
Mm-mm.
time.
Mm.
Okay. Do you know if he worked normally 8 hours, like if it was a normal day?
That
Or is-
day, or just
Just in general, because you don't know that day, right?
In general, I think it's always been like 10 hours. I
10
think.
hours. Okay. That makes sense.
But you see, that's where sometimes I get just crazy. Sometimes he would just work 4 hours.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
wasn't predictable.
Okay. Okay. So not sure on what time he got off or what time he came home, but when you woke up, he was asleep, and you guys were both kind of waking up at the same time.
Mhm.
Is that correct? And you were both planning on, or you would normally both go to church.
Yeah.
So he's used to maybe getting a few hours and then getting up and being okay to go to church on Sunday. That would be normal.
Mhm.
Okay. Did you guys do that?
When it happens, like I say, his schedule gets all crazy.
Yeah.
So when it happens, he's okay with it. Like,
Okay. Did you do that on this Sunday? Did he get up and go
yeah.
to
So
church?
that's what we did. We got up, we got ready, and went to church.
Okay. Normally when he comes home and like does he wear his uniform home with him? Does he have a locker at work that he changes into before?
It's a give and take. He usually does bring him where he's gonna like wash it.
Okay.
Sometimes he does leave it at work.
Does he have like a locker at work where he leaves?
I think they do.
Okay.
So when he goes to work and he has a clean uniform, goes to work, does he come in home wearing like just his
No,
pants, or?
He doesn't come home wearing the uniform.
So he has some change of clothes in
Yeah.
his locker that.
He'll either bring it with him, and he has a bag
Uh-huh.
that he'll bring in if he's bringing it that day, and it's usually when he wants to wash it, because I don't think they have many uniforms. I think they only have like one or one uniform or something like that. So he's like washing it
So
constantly.
he doesn't like drive in his uniform?
No,
coming
he
back?
doesn't. No.
Okay.
Okay.
But he does have a locker
I think
His
so.
work.
Yeah. I don't know if they. I don't think they share it or anything, but I think they do.
Okay. And he drives home, so he'll drive to work in his car and then drive their patrol car or their security car, right? Okay. So what time is church on Sunday?
9 in the morning.
Okay. Is that and where's the church?
So it's La Roca. It's Spanish. It's called a rock. It's
Mhm.
on Division Street in Bend.
Okay, and then are you noticing anything weird at all at this point?
So yeah, so he was very quiet, like on the way to church. Wasn't saying much. This is unusual.
Mm-hmm.
At church, he was just very quiet, very just withdrawn. Like he would usually like grab my hand or something. He wasn't doing that. So when we get out of church, I asked him, "What's wrong with you? What's going on?" And I told him, we've been together for a very long time. I know something's up.
Could you get some Kleenex?
Yeah. Do you want something to drink too?
So it was strong enough for you. You didn't ask him anything about it at that point, though?
No, because I'm still in training at work. It's been stressful,
Sure.
and it's just we've been like talking about it, like just in the sense of like, so what if I don't make it, or
Yeah.
whatnot. So we've just been. It's been stressful in the sense of just trying to figure out.
Sure.
So I thought that maybe that's just it was all together. So
Part
I
of
didn't
that.
I didn't push it.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm feeling down to myself.
Sure.
so
Absolutely. I would have thought
didn't-
the same exact thing.
I didn't push it. I didn't.
Okay. And I'm sorry, but and I'll be annoyingly detailed on this. You guys get done with church at about what time?
It's noon.
Okay. Do you drive straight back to Redmond, or did you just stop for lunch or anything?
We went back home. Well,
Okay.
we stopped by getting Pizza Hut,
Okay.
and we went home. We ate the pizza. We were there, watched Netflix, and then he told me, he's like, "Let's go see a movie." So I'm like, "All right, let's go see a movie." Then we headed to Benton,
Okay.
watch a movie. So cousin Benny Melvin, he went with us.
Okay. Do you remember what you watched?
Watch Light Out or Light On.
That's the order anyway.
I think so.
Do you remember if what time the movie was?
7:45, I think that's true.
And so through this whole time up to when you're going to the movie, anything stand out to you?
No, not at that point. So him being all withdrawn was all the way up to, I would say, towards the time that he told me let's go watch a movie.
Yeah.
Then he kind of went back to, or at least I didn't pick up anything at that point, and I was just like, okay, let's go.
Okay. Okay.
So nothing. We watched the movie, and I've been with him since Sunday morning when we woke up. I've been with him
Yeah.
all throughout.
Yeah. Okay. Which is a normal day for you guys, right? I mean, you guys spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when you get out of the movie, what do you do then?
We walked around a little bit, Deal Mill,
Okay.
and then that was it. We got in the car. We went home. We went to go drop off Benny, and we went home.
Okay. Did you guys take the Altima to
No.
church?
No, we were in the Jeep.
Okay. Were you in the Jeep everywhere you went that day?
Yeah.
And where was the Altima parked?
In the car. I mean, in the house. Just parked
On the street or in the driveway?
on the street where he usually parks.
Okay. That's normal? He parks on the street with the Altima?
You know what I just thought about right now? He had the windows cracked open, and he never did that.
Okay.
And I asked him about that, and he said, "Oh, it's hot."
When you
So I
guys
just
go
thought
to
about that right
church
now.
and travel around together, do you usually take your car or do you usually take his car?
It's give and take. It's never. It's usually whichever car has gas.
Yeah.
Really, that's really.
Okay.
And was he supposed to work on Sunday night?
He was
Okay.
supposed to go in. No, not Sunday. He
Okay.
was supposed to go to work Monday.
So he had yesterday.
Sunday off.
He had Sunday off. Okay. And then when you guys got home, about what time was it from the movie? After you walked around, did you drop Vinny off?
Drop him off. I would say it was late, like 11, maybe towards
Yeah.
noon, midnight.
Yeah. And then did you go straight home from there?
From dropping off, yeah.
Mhm.
Dropping off, Benny, we went home.
And what did you do from there?
I got home, decided to take a shower. Took a shower. He came into the shower with me towards the end of my shower. Get out. No, he got out. I was still in the shower. We got out. We had sex. And then we went to bed.
Okay. What do you remember about what time that was?
No, but I would say maybe 1.
And so then this morning, do you remember, was he with you in bed the whole time from when you fell asleep?
Yeah.
And what time did you wake up?
I woke up around 9.
Okay. Was he in?
I got out of the bed. I woke up like around 8:30, but I still stayed in
Yeah.
bed. Then I got up like 9.
Okay. Was he in bed with you?
He was in bed with me.
Okay, so he was still in bed by the time you got out at 9. And what time did he wake up after that?
I want to say 10:30ish, maybe.
We're on Monday now,
Mm-hmm.
we're on today.
Today, well, I think it's Tuesday now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Monday morning.
And how did your morning go?
So I woke up. He told me, "Oh, you're getting up already?" Because usually you sleep in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm already awake." I'm like, "But you could continue sleeping." So he stayed in bed and I got up. I went outside, turned on the water, sprinklers, turned on TV, was watching TV, and I was just waiting for him to get up so we could start the morning. So he comes out of the room and his eyes were all teary. That's what I'm like, what happened? Tell me what happened. What's wrong? So he sits on the sofa. I turn off the TV, and then he just says that. He's like, I kill a woman. That's what he said. And I'm like, what do you mean? Then he's like, I hit her with the car.
And did he tell you which car?
He said the security, the job, the car that they use at the job.
And what did you say to that?
So I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean you hit her? And he's like, yeah, I hit her and I panicked. And I'm like, what do you mean by you hit her panicking? What did you do?
Did he say, I hit her in a panic?
He said, I don't remember exactly the words that he said, but he said something that he hit her with the car,
Yeah.
and then he panicked.
Okay.
So then I asked him, like, that's what I was trying for him to explain to me. So you hit her with the car, that's an accident.
Yeah.
Why? What do you mean you panic? What do you mean?
And what did he say?
He just kept saying I panic, and at that point he's already, like, he got up and he's already, like, going into the room and walking back and forth. And I'm not really quite understanding what he's telling me.
So when he's walking, he walks to your bedroom? Or?
Yeah, he's like, he walks to the bedroom. I think at some point I followed him there, and I'm like, explain to me what happened. And then he's like, okay, so then he says, at some point, I don't remember if it was back at the living room or whatnot, but because he was just walking back and forth, he said that he hit her with the car at work. And I asked him, well, where is there any signs that you hit her or what? And then he said that it was because of the grill, that no, there was no signs. And then I'm like, so what did you do with the body, what? And he's like, I hit her. And I'm like, and then I kept asking him, what does it got to do with you hitting her and now you panic and you hit the body? He wouldn't.
So it didn't make sense to you?
It wasn't making sense to me.
How long did this conversation go on before he left?
It was pretty brief. It was just him moving around. I'm not sure if I don't think he grabbed anything other than he did grab my gun from my purse. And then he just kept saying, I need to go. And then right before he left, he's like, there's her stuff in the shed.
How did he say that again?
He said something in regards to her stuff is in the shed.
Her stuff is in the shed.
And I think it's because I kept telling him, it doesn't make sense. It's like, you're lying to me. It's not. So I feel like he told me that, so I could go see it and say, oh, it is true.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't making sense to me, and I think he was seeing that like I wasn't believing it. Like it felt like a movie. Like it wasn't making any sense to me. But when I saw the stuff, I'm like, oh fuck.
And he was still there then?
No, he was already gone.
But he never said what, all he said was he hit her and he panicked. He never said.
But it wasn't making any sense to me because I'm like, why would somebody that do that, especially you, especially him? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Did he say when this happened?
So he just said,
He's just telling the story.
he just at the, like, when he was working that Sunday morning, he didn't give